Hi, I'm Mark from Altris, and I often talk to eye care practitioners about AI in ophthalmology and optometry. And there's often a misunderstanding about how the technology works and what it can bring to the benefit of the clinics. So I thought I'd give a very short overview of the main points of Altris AI to give everybody an understanding of what it can do and how it can bring benefits both clinically and commercially. So Altris AI is a web-based platform, and we recommend uploading DICOMs because it has far more information for the system to be able to assess. So I'll show you the first part of the platform. So Altris AI's first part of OCT scan interpretation is around the assessment of the severity. So all of the B scans that has been measured through the macula have been uploaded and assessed. So any that come back with green of the B scans means no pathology. Anything that is returned with yellow means mild to moderate pathology. And anything with red means severe. And in this case, what we see is we have one severe scan, which means it's very easy to understand where would be the best place to start when reviewing this patient. And once we have found that, if we find pathology, we can then segment and classify that pathology. So what the system will next do is it will show you a breakdown of all of the areas of pathology it has found from different types of drusen, RPE disruption, etc., and build up an image and then give you a classification which is based around the decision-making process. So that will support with the decision-making process. So I'll show you a healthy eye because it's very good at detecting very small changes. So in this case, we see a scan from a patient and all 128 B scans which were uploaded from the macular scan have been assessed and they've been found to be healthy. So therefore, we can see instantly that there is nothing happening here. Do not need to spend lots of time interpreting that and can spend more time with the patient. But this same patient, when we saw them 2 years later, no longer did they have a fully healthy eye. We have very small changes, and it's very easy to see is there change and where that change is. And what we can do is go to those areas of change. And you can see this small part here would have been easy to miss if you were just assessing the scan. So when we then segment and classify it, it will give us a small amount of information, because you can see a small amount of pathology on there, but easily missed, but quickly discovered and quickly analysed and be able to give that patient the information. Because if you showed them the scan and said, I've noticed a change, they wouldn't understand. But you show them with the colours and how the colours are changing, it gives them a very good idea. So it gives them value and patient education. And the other part I'll show you is around the measurements. So when we have found pathology, what we can do is we can assess that and we can then measure it to see how it's changing over time. So at the moment, what we can see here is on the severity grading cube is that it has the foveal scans have been assessed as red. So as we can see, there's lots going on here. So we can segment them out to be able to see the various areas, and we can see edema and various types of fluid. And it gives us that diagnosis support of cystoid macular edema. But the most interesting part for this would be to track how this is changing over time. So what we can do is we can measure these areas of segmentation in various different ways. We can either do it by height and width, or we can do manual measurements across any part of the scan, or probably more important for this sort of one, we can measure by segmentation area. And if we have used a volume scan, we'd be able to measure the volume. So what we can see is for this patient, at this time, we have this degree of volume of diffuse edema within the 6 mil ETDRS zones. And we can also see this amount of cystoid fluid and also at the bottom, the subretinal fluid. So this allows us to be able to see how much pathology is happening now and also to track how that pathology is changing over time. And that's a very short overview of how the platform will work. And if you'd like to know more, please get in touch. But I'll leave you with the final part. This is the segmentations and classifications we work on. And if you would like to know anything else, please let me know. Thank you.